that out. If you need any other accommodations, then you can contact Disability Support Services. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Tom Hallis, who's the Director of Career Services, Betty Westbrook, who is the fabulous Associate Director for Counseling and Outreach, and Dr. Keisha Brown, who is representing Student Employment. So y'all take it away.
Thanks, Karen. Well, we'll start up by welcoming everyone to our presentation. This morning, we'll talk about how we work together to assist students with employment opportunities and financial aid. We're very excited to have students return to campus. I think you get that energy as you hear our other presenters this morning. I want to emphasize that we will take questions at the conclusion of our presentation. Please submit your questions over the course of the presentation, and we'll take some time at the conclusion to address those questions. Next slide, please. Yes, I'm Tom Hallis. As Karen indicated, I'm the Director of Career Services here at ECU. Next.
Yes, my name is Betty Westbrook, and I'm the Associate Director for Counseling at East Carolina University, and I worked with all of our counseling staff to assist with financial aid, and also work very closely with the work study aspect of that. So we're glad to have you here today.
Hi, I am Keisha Brown, the Student Employment Manager for East Carolina University, and we assist students with finding job placements on campus.
Great. I want to go ahead and start out with giving you a little bit of background on what Career Services does at the University of ECU. One-on-one career counseling to students to help them explore majors and help them decide what they're going to do with that major, what type of career options they're going to look at. We're going to help them find on and off campus part-time employment. We'll help students secure internships and other experiential learning opportunities, and I'll talk about those opportunities in a moment. We work with employers to recruit ECU students. Employers are very important partners in ensuring that our students have opportunities. We teach job search skills and assist with graduate school application, and we help those graduating students find full-time jobs. And I'm sure the parents and all students want to make sure that they have opportunities after they graduate. Next, please. When students come to campus, they're often unsure about how to get assistance or help. And what we like to make sure students and parents know is that we have career counselors who are liaisons from our office who are assigned to each college. They assist not only undergraduate students, but also graduate students. Students can make appointments by going to our website. And I will mention that our final slide has a lot of contact information. So if you don't get the web address now, you can get it later. And we want to make sure that everyone understands that all services are currently being provided virtually, and those can be accessed through our career services platform called Handshake. Next, please. Right, so Handshake, as I indicated, is our career services platform. Students and alumni can learn about jobs and internships. This past year, we had over 34,000 jobs and internships available to our students and alumni. As I indicated earlier, these are not only on-campus jobs, but off-campus and internship opportunities. Also, students can learn about upcoming events and sign up for campus interviews and job fairs. I checked this morning and there were 93 postings for part-time employment. Now, when I say a posting, that's not an individual job. In some cases, it's multiple jobs. And so we want to make sure that students know that there are federal work study jobs, which we'll talk a little bit about more later. And I noticed that there were 35 federal work study postings currently available. Next slide, please. Students often seek employment opportunities to make sure that they have additional funding for college. And that's very important. And we want to make sure that students understand that employers look for experience from our students. With a part-time job, whether it's a work study or non-work study job, employers look to see if students are involved in organizations, if they volunteered. Internships. You'll hear a lot about internships over the course of your time here at ECU. Internships are very, very important experiences that tie the education, the classroom experience that students have to career opportunities. Summer jobs, co-ops, which are much like internships, faculty research and study abroad round out all the experiences that employers are looking for. At this point, I'll go ahead and turn over to Betty Westbrook. Betty?
Again, to reintroduce myself, my name is Betty Westbrook, and I'm the Associate Director of Financial Aid. I've been here at East Carolina for 12 years, and I was at a previous school for 17. So I have been doing this for almost 30 years. I absolutely love what I do, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about how we fit into the picture for students who are looking for work on campus. There are many types of student employment. There are federal work study positions, and that's where our office comes in. Federal work study positions and federal work study funds are federal funds, and you qualify for those through the free application for federal student aid. So when you fill out your FAFSA form, there is a question on there that asks if you're interested in pursuing work study positions on campus. So we go from that, and we help our students. We have in our suite, the actual federal work study piece is handled in our suite of offices located in the old cafeteria complex. So again, you do have to qualify for this part of the work on campus through the FAFSA form, although there are other positions, many other positions on campus that we'll be talking about that do not require the FAFSA application. Again, it's a federally funded program, and what it does, it provides part-time jobs for students who have financial need. And I think it's a great opportunity. I was a work study student when I was in college. It was one of the best choices for me. You will find that when you're working at the university, not only are you getting experience and you're getting money to assist you, but you're also widening your circle and learning a lot of things that really look good on your resume when you get ready to graduate, so that you'll be prepared for those job interviews. Our federal work study students may work up to 25 hours per week as a maximum during the fall and spring semesters, while not exceeding the award amount that they have received. And for students who receive this type of funding, they'll have on their award letter that they receive from us telling them how much work study they're eligible to earn for the academic year. So you and your supervisor will work to make sure that you don't go over that amount of money. Students should plan on working when they're not scheduled for class, not work overtime, and definitely do not work over 8 hours a day. You're here to get an education, and we understand that, and we work closely with our students and their academic schedules to make it easier for them and to make sure that they're able to do everything without anything having suffering. We don't want their academics to suffer because they're working too much. That's something that we work on a balance with. School is the primary job. And so we'll adjust the work schedules during those busy times of the year when midterms, papers, exams, we'll work around that schedule. So that's another thing that makes it a really nice opportunity to earn funds on the campus, because we will work with you with your school schedule. And students are permitted to begin working August 10th. And so that is when classes start. Now, for students who've already received their award, and we are sending out awards weekly now, they will have on their award letter, and if you don't have that, you can always log into PowerPort and go under self-service and look, and you can see if you qualified for work study or not. But you should have already received a hiring authorization form. Those were emailed out to all students who were eligible for federal work study on or before July 16th. And it's really important because you'll need to take those hiring authorization forms with you when you go to your interviews for your federal work study jobs, because the employers will need to know that you qualify for that type of funding. So that that paper is what you're going to need to provide to them. If you don't have your hiring authorization, again, you can go check on your financial aid and power report. And of course, if you have any difficulties, please feel free to contact our office and we'll help get you what you need to make sure that you're prepared for those interviews on campus. Next slide. If you need help with work study, our person who is in charge of that program in our office is Ms. Kelly Sykes-Baker. You'll see here, this is her contact information and her email. There's also a federal work study search webinar that shows you how to do the process and assist you with some questions and helping you get familiar with how it all works. So we provided the link here for you and hope you'll take advantage of that. If you have any questions in general about the financial aid or any of the programs that we offer, you can contact us. This is the number that goes to our financial aid call center. The FAQ-UES at ECU is our main email box. We have 3 staff members who monitor that regularly and respond to any questions or any inquiries that you may have. And again, we're located on Old Cafeteria Complex on the 2nd floor. Some of our staff is working remotely, but we are moving more back to being on campus. However, all of our services are open and operational to assist you with anything that you may need. So please feel free to reach out and contact us. Like I said, if you didn't get your hiring authorization form, or if you didn't get work study and would like to see if perhaps you may be eligible for that program, please feel free to reach out. We're here Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Okay, and I think now we're going to turn it over to Keisha.
Okay, thank you. So I'm a part of the Student Employment Office at ECU. And as I mentioned previously, one of our jobs is to help find students positions on campus. And also we serve as the central hub for positions and postings on campus. They go through a system called People Admin. So students can find out what type of positions are available currently, and positions are being posted daily. So if you don't see anything now, then there will be positions more to come as we get closer to August 10th. If a student does not qualify for federal work study, they may apply to self-help positions throughout campus. Self-help positions are part-time hourly jobs on campus available to any student currently registered at ECU and is in good standing. That means you have a 2.0 or better. Now, a freshman can apply, and also a non-traditional student can also apply to self-help positions on campus. You just have to have a minimum of 1 credit hour to be a self-help employee. Self-help positions are part-time, paid directly out of the hiring department's budget. The hourly pay rate may vary based on the department's budget, the student's experience level, and the required duties and responsibilities of the positions. So the minimum that we can pay is $7.25 an hour. For an undergrad, we like to cap the max at $12 an hour for a non-experienced student. So sometimes that is allowed to be a higher amount based on the duties of the job, but typically $7.25 to $12 an hour is the amount that we will pay an undergraduate student for a position. Self-help employees may work up to 40 hours a week, and you can combine a part-time self-help position with a part-time federal work study position, or also a part-time undergraduate assistantship. So you can combine all 3 of those to get 40 hours a week. But as we always mention, the students are here first to go to school. And then, of course, you know that we're here to assist you to gain real world work experience. We also have undergraduate assistantships, and they are positions in which financial support is given to undergraduate students. And typically you have to be a junior or senior to receive an undergraduate assistantship. And these students have demonstrated superior aptitude in a particular field of study. And they perform a specific service that is related to their undergraduate degree. You do have to have and maintain a 2.5 cumulative GPA and be enrolled full-time. So to have an undergraduate assistantship, they do not allow part-time students to participate in this. So if you are a part-time student, you would try to apply for the self-help positions. And the undergraduate assistantship itself is 25 hours a week. But as I mentioned before, you can have both an undergraduate assistantship and a self-help position, or an undergraduate assistantship and a federal work study position. In 2019 and 2020, we had over 3,500 students hired, which is great. It is lower than normal, and that was due to the fact that we did have to leave early due to the COVID-19. However, there are, like, as I mentioned, there are always positions being added. When you go into our website, many positions have 10 or 20 vacancies available. So even though you may only see a limited amount of positions at this time, there may be multiple vacancies available. And as I said, they are being added daily. So what's so great about student employment at ECU? Networking. It is great to meet different contacts in different fields that you may working in. You'll also get to meet people in the Greenwood community. So not just ECU, but you as a on-campus student employee, you will be able to interact with the community at large, and that is very helpful as you move into graduation. Scheduling is flexible. So we do work around the student schedule because school is the primary goal. And I'll keep saying that over and over and over again. And because school is the primary goal, we're going to work with your schedule. What hours work best for you? And even though some of our hours, departments are only open 8 to 5, students are still able to work outside of those hours. Now that we're currently, a lot of remote working is happening, we are allowing students to do positions remotely, so they don't have to come into the offices in some cases to work. And that's something new. Normally you would have to work on campus, but due to the COVID-19, students do have that option of working their schedule remotely if the department allows it. It also allows the student to gain these great skills that will help you to transfer them to the real world experience. And when students leave ECU, we want them to be great candidates. And so we normally work with career services so that we can help transition those skills and relate those skills to the real world experience. So how does someone apply? As I mentioned, you would go to www.ecu.edu/hire-a-pirate. In addition to that, that page particularly takes you and it talks about all the student positions that are around at ECU, the types of positions, and then you can click to go to the actual posting. However, you can also go to jobs.ecu.edu, and that is a straight way to find jobs that are available. You would click student to find only and search for any of the student jobs that may be available. When you click student, it'll just show the student jobs. It'll show you a list of jobs that you may be interested in. You can look at it. You can see the description for GPA requirements. You can also set up a profile that can alert you every time that you have a new position that's posted, so you always know what positions are coming available and you can immediately apply. I do tell students not to get discouraged if you don't hear from departments immediately. We have a philosophy, the more you apply, the better. So just continue to apply because there are new positions being posted daily. You will need a resume to upload to the website. So we would encourage the student to, when you come on campus, to work with career services, get help with your resume, upload your resume so that we can see what type of experience you have. And even if you have never worked in a position before, we are still able to place students so they can get jobs on campus. We can use your volunteer experience and clubs that you've done in high school, also as work experience, so that you can get those jobs on campus. And those positions, those campus positions are very diverse. We have things like office assistants, positions in IT. If you want to work in facilities and maintenance, we have those. We also have people that work with the police department, research assistants. So really and truly, any type of position that you may be interested in, any type of career that you may be interested in, we typically have a student position also that would benefit your needs. So right now, that is all that we have. Does anyone have any questions? So I don't hear or see any questions right now being typed, but what I will say that some of the challenges that we hear with the students and individuals when applying for positions is that they don't know how to apply. And one thing that we do in student employment is we will assist you with the application. We are working by appointment only. But if you would like to set up an appointment with us, we'll sit down with you. We'll work through entering your resume and your application with you and upload it into the system so that we can make the process easy to apply. In addition, if you have applied, if you get to college and you have applied for several months, then we also will allow you to come in. We'll review your application. We'll reach out to the departments just to see if the positions have been filled and if there's any way that we can assist you. Sometimes we can say, hey, we have these students that are looking for positions. Do you have anything available? So we really are here trying to find positions for the students.
Yeah, and I might pick on the two orientation assistants that are with us today, Ashley and Justice. And if you both would share a little bit about, because I know you both have jobs on campus currently and otherwise, if you'll share a little bit about what you've gained from being employed on campus, and any thoughts you might want to share.
There we go. Okay. So my name is Ashley Cook, and I have held many a job on campus. I currently work for the Office of Student Transitions as an orientation assistant. I have two jobs in campus living, one at the front desk and one being a PAL. And then I've also been a TA for a co-ed class. So I have helped in a many a fashion on campus. So if any students have any questions about from like a student's perspective, I'm happy to help. But on-campus jobs are the best. They work with your schedule. They know that you're a student first. And typically, especially like when you work in the office, it's a 9 to 5 job. So it's not like you're working late at night or you're working 20 hours. It's typically off at 5 o'clock and then you're good to go.
Thanks, Ashley.
And my name is Justice Beverly. I currently only have one job, and it's being an orientation assistant. And I'm kind of touching base on what Ashley said. It's on-campus jobs are, in my opinion, better than doing off-campus jobs because one, they work with your schedule. Two, they know that you're a student first. So if you ever need to go to your supervisor and say, "Hey, I have this test I need to study for," they're more flexible and more willing to work with you. So I definitely recommend on-campus jobs.
It looks like we have a question. It says, are most campus jobs work study?
No, right now you're going to see, if you look at the job site, you're going to see mainly work study positions available. However, typically there is an equal mixture of work study positions and self-help positions. The self-help positions have not been readily available because there are still many people, unfortunately, that are working remotely. But people, as more pirates return to campus, we're going to see an increase in the self-help positions for students to be able to work those also.
Does anybody else have any other questions? Looks like y'all did such a great job that they don't have any questions.
I will say, if no one has any other questions, that just know that we are all available to, if you think of something later, we are all available to provide assistance and questions and concerns. I know that sometimes parents have concerns with students, like freshmen, especially working their freshman year on campus. And personally, I have had freshmen to work in my office, and they have worked for me from freshman year to senior year. And they have enjoyed the experience of getting to learn new things, and it wasn't overwhelming for them. And a lot of departments do take that into consideration, that the student is a freshman and that this may be their first time working, but also that they're trying to juggle a course load. So if you have any questions about your freshman working, please let us know.
I would also like to add that this is Betty from the Financial Aid Office. If you find a position and it says federal work study required and you did not qualify for it, please feel free to contact our office and let us review your application. We do have limited funds in those areas, so sometimes we do run out, but then we have students who change their mind or don't work or who leave it or don't enroll. So we're glad to look over it again and see if we can help, see if we can find some work study eligibility for you, if at all possible, to help you if there's a specific position that only accepts work studies. Like I said, we're here. Our office is open. We've been doing a lot of remote work, but we are open now for students. So stop by our office or give us a call, and we'll be glad to do what we can to assist you with any questions you have about the work study program.
Yeah, that's a great tip, Betty. There's another question that says, do you know if any campus living jobs will be posted soon, possibly with the neighborhood service offices?
Many campus living positions were posted in the summer, and those students are on campus now or arriving on campus. So there may be some additional positions open and coming, and there should be some more positions open and coming up. However, the majority of those positions are filled in the summertime. So I would encourage anyone next year to look during the summer and also apply to those postings, and to just be on the lookout as some may come available.
All right, thank you. Any other questions or things you would want to add? I'll add that I love having student workers in our office. And I agree with Dr. Brown that we try to hire them when they're freshmen or sophomores so that we can keep them for many years, and they really do become part of our family. I mean, we feed them all the time, we check in with them, and so it really is a great connection point for a student to kind of have that environment to work in when they're on campus, in addition to all the great skills that they're gaining while they're working in the office. All right, well, if there are no other questions, we will work to get this closed caption and posted on our website. That should be up in the next few days. I see all the contact information here, so you can reach out to any of these great folks that you've heard from today. Our next live session will be tonight, and that will be focused on out-of-state students. So that will be tonight at 7 p.m. And then tomorrow we'll have another live with ECU Housing, and that will be at 2 p.m. via WebEx. You can refer to all that information on our website, orientation.ecu.edu. Thank you. Everybody have a great day.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you. Have a great day.